Hello everybody. If you're new here, welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. My code name is Nightingale, but you can call me Bird for short. And today I do have a build plan because I've got a problem. As you can see, this here is my wood storing chest, right? And it used to be a lot more full before I moved some materials. But the problem is this is getting very full. And I won't even talk about the wood variations box that I have. Why is the copper in there? We're gonna ignore that. So hi Caesar. We're going to solve that problem today because with Minecraft Live being in like what day is it today? A week? Is it next week? Hold on, let me look at the calendar. Oh, it's the end of next week. With it being in the end of next week at the time of this recording, that means the copper golem is most likely going to be added to the game very, very soon. So, I want to be able to have the copper golem in my world, even if it's not the most efficient thing. I still want the copper golem. It's so cute. It's so cute. Plus, it's the new Minecraft thing. So, you know, yeah. Hi, Caesar. So to get two birds with one stone, I have a build plan for us today. This is gonna be our lumber house. So as you can see, I got the 4 pillars, and then this is gonna be something that I'll show you what it is after I finished here. But we're gonna build this to where I can have all of my wood stored in one place. Granted, I'll still keep a little bit in my house just as like a grab and go station, you know, but we're gonna have it stored in one place, and while we're at it, we're going to build it to accommodate the copper golem, because the copper golem will sort things for you into chests. And when I heard about this, I was like, oh, that's probably a good thing to do for my lumber, and it is. So we're going to have to design the storage place inside of here to accommodate a copper golem. Maybe 2. I haven't actually counted out how big this place is, but it also just depends how it ends up being, because details on the walls and stuff. But along with the lumber yard and what this thing is going to be, there's this little area right here that I've been growing mangrove on. This is going to be my tree chopping area, because I realized I needed that as soon as I started growing stuff over the yard over there, and mobs were spawning underneath, so I'm going to need a designated spot for trees. As you see, I'm already growing some mangrove because I needed some redwood. So yeah. You good? Cool. Okay. So that's the plan for today. But also, something super important I did, it's pumpkin season, right? I'm actively drinking pumpkin coffee right now, and it's September, and I love pumpkin season so much. You might have noticed that my sleeves have changed. You want to see what I did? You want to see what I did? Okay, let me take my armor off. I designed my own pumpkin sweater! Isn't it adorable? I love it so much. I love it. I love it. See, it's got a little pumpkin on it, and then you can see I have a hood kind of in the back. I made it myself. You like it? It's so cute. I love it. Okay. Anyway, focusing. I should harvest the pumpkins. Focusing. What I need to do is, I might need to make some spares of my tools because they are not doing too hot. And then I should probably reference my notes and then get started on this project. So let's go. He's got pale oak. Oh my gosh, he's got pale oak. Yay! Y'all, We've got pale oak now. First things first. It's gonna look very bad for a second. But I wanted this bottom bit here. Caesar! You're lucky nothing happens when you accidentally use use on a dog. You gotta be careful, buddy. I'm gonna strip these down. We got a line of stripped oak. Next, we need some acacia. Because ever since Vibrant Visuals has come out, I've really liked building with acacia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just looks so good. We're gonna strip that down. See? I've really come to a liking to acacia. Which is really weird because it's one of those blocks that I just don't use a lot. Caesar! Stop it! Are you just here to cause trouble? Okay, so Caesar, move! Do you mind? Buddy, I'm trying to build. I understand this is the first build that you're building with me, and you're very excited, but I need you not to be in my way all the time, okay? Okay? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna place diorite as the walls all the way around. I want there to be windows at some point, but Caesar, stop it. Stop it! I will sit you down if I need to. I want there to be windows. However, I don't know how I'm gonna do the chests in order to have the copper golems be able to sort them. So Caesar, stop it! So I'll put the chests in first and then the windows. Caesar, stop! A door is probably a good idea. Okay. That's probably gonna change. I feel I need something to break the texture here. So what I want to try, a brilliant idea I had 3 seconds ago. Diorite walls. Maybe that's too high. Hold on, let me figure this out, guys. I'll be a second. Literally a second later, through the power of editing. I kind of hate it, but I'm just gonna let it do its thing for a second while I put the roof on, because the roof is a different color, so maybe that'll help a bit. And the roof is, in fact, made out of granite. Granite slabs, actually. So, don't mind me while I make a bunch of loud noises. Nice. Roof is in. Should add lanterns to the corners, actually. Now, let me figure out this gosh darn thing. I think I just might go with this. Just like the classic texturing of diorite with polished diorite like I did for my house. I feel like it's definitely going to look better once I put some windows in, but let me go ahead and texture the rest of this here. I've been trying for like the past 15 minutes so many different things to try and make this less like look less like my house. Like, I've tried acacia fence gates, I've tried oak fence gates, I've tried oak fences. It just was not working. I decided to try a little bit of andesite. I kind of like it. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to leave it there because I actually want to move on and continue the freaking build, but like, I kind of like that. So let me do the rest. I'm going to keep it like more exclusively to these 2 top levels and very, very sparse. So it's not like overpowering. So I didn't plan to use andesite on this build at all. Now here comes the part of the build that I did not plan whatsoever, and that's the inside. I have no idea what to do on the inside. Gosh, I want windows in here so bad, but I need to do the chests first. Yeah, I feel like a large part of me figuring out what to do on the inside is figuring out what are the exact mechanics of the copper golem and how many chests can it reach and stuff, because I have heard all of this. It's just I kind of forgot. So yeah, once again, I'm going to do the Googles and I will be right back. Holding item, it is the nearest copper chest, regardless of its oxidation or status, and attempts to take out up to 16 of the first item it finds. It takes 3 seconds to stop using which each copper chest if it is. If the copper chest is empty, the copper golem moves to the nearest copper chest. Hello, welcome back. I probably added a timestamp in post if you wanted to skip all of that. But basically, if you did skip it, copper golems search for chests in copper chest in a 65 by 17 by 65 cubit area centered on the copper golem's block position. So we need to plan our thing around that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this. So we're gonna need this anyway to make the copper golem. So we'll use this to mark where we're gonna put the copper chest. It doesn't really tell me how I should organize this area. What I need to do is put a floor in. I'm gonna do something very simple since the walls are a little complicated. Let's do stone bricks. Oh, do I have to smelt stone? I don't want to smelt some stone. Currently I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wood types. In the future, whenever I get to Nether, I'm gonna have warped wood and crimson wood, so I want to be able to plan for that. So there's gonna be 10 different wood types. How many are there total in the game? Okay, so I was right, there's 10 different wood types. So how are you already oxidizing? Stop it. Caesar, what do I do? Procrastinate and check on the stone? Yes, I do that. Man, I have so many levels. I'm gonna need to start enchanting stuff soon. Caesar, come. You, sir, are gonna sit down for a second while I dig out the floor, okay? Okay, so I finished with the floor. I just made it out of stone bricks, and then every now and then I put some cracked stone bricks in the ground to make it seem like, since this is like the lumber area, maybe something fell on the ground too hard, or like an axe fell on it or something. I don't know. Now, the thing is, when I decorate the interior here, I've got to take into consideration the copper golem's mechanics. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and figure it out real quick, and then Caesar and I will be right back to y'all. Okay, see you in literally a second. Okay, well, that took like an hour and a half to figure out. That was kind of fun, but it also kind of wasn't. I just needed to figure out like how to orient things to where the copper golem will reach stuff. And quick side note, I needed to grow some more oak trees to bind oak, and I accidentally spawned like 4 more beehives. There's still 3? I thought there was only 2. Yeah, well, I got them all in a box. I got most of them in a box over there, but I gotta make an extension to the bee dome before I can have them have a proper place. Those guys are just staying there, I guess, because there's like so many bees. But the inside here, I got it nice and open. This is what it looks like. So we got some skylights because it was looking very dark in here. And then each one of these is a wood type. I haven't mined any dark oak and I haven't mined any pale oak yet, so those are going to be there. I even added bamboo. And here is going to be crimson wood and warped wood. And the copper chests here, not copper chests, the copper blocks is where the copper chests are going to be. But honestly, I'm just considering moving them to the middle of the room. That's probably going to be the best idea. But I love how bright and open it is in here. Now, however, we're going to be tackling the dirt structure right behind me. You see, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. But this, as you can probably tell, is going to be a tower. It's going to be basically an extension of this. And you probably saw that there was barrels over here. I'm going to use these barrels for like each of the wood types where there's going to be like planks and stairs and stuff. Those go in here, right? And then all the other variations that I have a lot of, because I keep forgetting that they exist, it's going to go in this tower, and I'm going to call it the Variation Tower, or just Variation Tower. Yes, I know it's kind of a stupid name. Am I going to change it? No. So I gotta get started on this. I don't want it to be exactly the same as that. It's gonna have a mangrove roof. That's why oh my god, this is a mess. That's why I chopped down a bunch of mangrove, but it's time to get started on the tower now. Actually, my plan was to have this tower made out of diorite, but I kind of don't like that plan anymore. So I'm thinking maybe a base of stone bricks, just keeping it simple here. I'm not gonna like block vomit. Maybe cherry wood here. Ow. Can we just talk about how I landed multiple bucket clutches in a row before that last one? Okay, not in love with the diorite. Also, I think it's too big. Maybe not tall enough. I don't know. I'm gonna do oak so it ties in better with the storage house. Oh gosh darn it, I barely have any oak. I do like that better. Okay. Well, I need more oak, so I'm gonna go I'm gonna go do some crimes against nature in a forest somewhere to chop these down. Alright, well, my axe is very dead. The base, this area is looking fine. I feel like it's too wide, but I also don't feel like moving it. So it is what it is. Really? I'm trying to see this. Ooh. You know, I know it'd probably look better without the scaffolding, but this tower ain't really my finest work. I'm not gonna lie. No. Ah! Okay. Should I have gone with acacia instead of the oak? I feel like that ties that in better. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, I like it much better with the acacia. I feel like it ties in with this a lot more, even though instead of diorite I used cherry wood. Was that you? Okay. Let me just let me add a few details to this, and then we'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay. Added some details to the roof. Added some leaves. Leaves look a little wonky, but you know, it's fine. I'm not 100% satisfied with this build, really. I'm not. It's definitely not what I had imagined. But you know what? It's fine. Inside, there's absolutely nothing, and it's gonna stay like that because that is all the time I have for this episode. I just spent so long figuring out the freaking layout of that one in there that yeah, I'm tired of interior layout. I'm gonna leave that for Feature Bird to do, and yeah, I'll just sort stuff in a later time. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, even though it's a bit more of a, I feel like it's a bit more of a messy one. Honestly, I'm sure it's fine. That build turned out well. That one was okay. We'll just not think about that one right now. If you're new here, maybe consider subscribing if you were entertained, of course. And next time we are doing something. Yeah, next time in our hardcore world, I am going to finally try, I'm going to try in between episodes to mine enough diamonds to get a full set of armor. I've got like 16 right now, I think, but I want to focus on armor and stuff. So next time we are going to need an enchantment table, and I have a very special build idea planned for that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And this here is Caesar, my name's Bird, and we'll see you next time. Bye!